As we hold to our current understanding of reality with clenched teeth, we blindfold the eyes that can see the future. The linear interpretation of past events hints at a glorious evolutionary path that lies ahead of us. In reality, the challenging nature of past discoveries reveal how our ancestors have thought the same before their glorious achievements were swept away from existence. It's true that whoever knows the past can foresee the future, for it is not a thing to control, but rather to aid in preparation. And as the past screams over and over again to pay attention and not repeat the same mistakes, we are blatantly disregarding all the warnings. But what do we really know about our past? Or rather, who controls what we know about it? To answer this, we must first peek at a million-years-old enigma: dinosaurs. Did they really vanish entirely some 66 million years ago? Or did they actually live to see the age of men? Or maybe our ancestors unearthed their fossilized remains and studied them extensively, just like we do today. How much of the real history do we really know? To start joining the pieces of the puzzle, let's have another glance at the terracotta sculpture discovered in Girifalco, Italy, that oddly resembles a stegosaurus. Is this 18-centimeter-long ceramic just an abstract work of an ancient craftsman? Or does it hold the answer to an overlooked intrigue, namely, did our ancestors possess knowledge of these now extinct creatures? Moving forward to the lush Cambodian jungles, another familiar relief decorates the 800-year-old Buddhist temple of Ta Prohm. On a lateral column carved out of gray sandstone stands another stegosaurus-like creature that defies Western logic, especially considering that fossilized remains of dinosaurs have only been brought to light and studied in the past couple centuries. How is it possible that the Khmer artisans knew of this mighty beast? Could they have witnessed a living specimen roaming through the Cambodian jungle? Did they know about them from ancient accounts? Or maybe the intricate depiction is nothing more than a common rhino species ornated with extra spikes to create a more stylish effect. To grasp a better understanding, let's take a spin around the globe to Utah, USA, where the ancient Anasazi Indians have marked their cave walls with silhouettes of mighty beasts. It appears that more than 3,500 years ago, when their civilization was in full effect, the Anasazi curiously knew about dinosaurs. To let others know about these mighty beasts, they etched fairly accurate shapes on various stone walls. As one evolutionist noted in his book, entitled Prehistoric Indians, Their Culture, Ruins, Artifacts, and Rock Art, there is a petroglyph in Natural Bridges National Museum that bears a startling resemblance to a dinosaur, specifically a brontosaurus with a long tail and neck, small head and all. Curiously enough, a native warrior is mounted on the giant creature, hinting at an alternative version of the past where humans coexisted alongside dinosaurs. Immediately to the right of this depiction is another of a sauropod with its neck bent towards the latter. And this cave art is not just a random coincidence. Moving onwards to Utah's White Canyon region, the petroglyph of another sauropod-like creature adorns one of the walls of this ancient settlement. In the hidden mountains of New Mexico, an area that also used to be inhabited by the Anasazi, an intricate carving of a dinosaurian creature accompanies that of a deer. Indeed, the Anasazi people left an important repertoire of cave drawings that challenge our current belief system to a great extent. However, various other Indian cultures have also enforced the idea of dinosaurs in the age of men. Steering down the Mississippi River leads us to the homeland of yet another intriguing culture that inhabited these parts between 800 and 1500 AD. The Mississippian people were particularly fond of erecting mounds where they would bury their dead together with their earthly possessions. Among the items discovered inside one of these mounds is clay statuette with a spiraling pattern, alluding to the aquatic nature of this familiar-looking creature with tridactyl feet, an elongated neck, and a thick tail held aloft. But the Mississippian people's mounds didn't reveal just that. Another peculiar object crafted by the Mississippi Caddo Indians, dated to around 1200 AD, is the pottery item with a distinguishable dinosaur handle, currently housed at the Creation Evidence Museum in Texas. Are all these dinosaur depictions just random coincidences? A stretch of imagination of the ancient Indian tribes and their descendants? Or maybe they painted exactly what they saw? To shed more light on this riddle, let's move further north to Canada, where geologist and Indian researcher Henry Rowe Schoolcraft became enthralled by one legend of the Sioux Indians. In those long-forgotten days, the natives assembled a party of 5 canoes and crossed Lake Superior to hunt and explore new reaches. As they were traversing the lake, the warriors saw creatures that resembled giant turtles, snakes, and moose. However, the most notable encounter was a humongous horned dinosaurian creature known as unearthed. The Sioux Indians described this mythical creature as an oversized legged reptile, scaly and with a notched backbone like a giant saw stretching all the way to the tip of its tail. Unearthed is the horned water serpent of Lakota and Dakota mythology. It often engaged in epic battles with its counterpart, Thunderbird Wakinyan. Were these natives weaving stories based on their own vivid imagination, or did they actually see these dinosaurian creatures with their own eyes? Evolutionist Adrienne Mayer suggests that the Sioux came across fossilized remains of dinosaurs. However, it's more likely that they saw a living specimen of what we identify today as Ankylosaurus, a dinosaur with a low-slung body, long tail, heavy armor, and multiple prominent horns. One thing is certain: the tribesmen marked their cave walls with paintings following a profound experience, which usually came after a direct encounter. Although Puff the Magic Dragon from Wupatki National Park may be a figment of someone's imaginations, these cave paintings from Gorazomzi Hills, Africa, are likely to have been made as a result of real human-dinosaur encounters. The drawings embody a Brontosaurus, a 67-foot, 30-ton-like creature believed to have gone extinct several million years before humans came to be. Experts agree that the Bushmen who did these paintings and who ruled from 1500 BC until recently over the area known as Rhodesia, modern-day Zimbabwe, painted only from real-life experiences. These claims are backed by the cave paintings of Gorazomzi Hills that accurately depict the elephant, hippo, buck, and giraffe. In northern Rhodesia, more dinosaur rock paintings decorate the cave walls of Nachakufu in modern Zambia. The images were made clear using ultraviolet photography and show several long-necked, long-tailed creatures that resemble dinosaurs. With so much evidence spread across various corners of the earth, is it possible that humans coexisted alongside these giant lizards in the not-so-distant past? The mysterious African tribe known as the Dogon, renowned for the advanced astronomical knowledge the tribesmen possessed, seems to enforce this idea even further. During the 1800s, at about the same time the term dinosaur was coined by Sir Richard Owen, the Dogon people made a bronze figurine of a tribesman mounted on a dinosaurian creature. If we look into today's records, the animal is none other than the Griposaurus. Based on the fossilized remains discovered in Utah, the proportions of the rider and beast are of great accuracy. Even the diamond-shaped pattern on its skin matches the unearthed skin pattern on the fossilized specimen. In Peru, where the mysterious Nazca culture developed, ceremonial burial stones were etched in a bas-relief technique with accurate shapes of dinosaurs. During the Spaniard conquest of Mesoamerica, reports circulated of stones engraved with strange creatures, and many such objects made it to the Western world back then. However, the cherry on top of the cake is the intricate Ica stones from Mexico, which depict these long-extinct creatures with anatomical precision. The contested stones were labeled as an elaborate forgery for a while, because previous considerations of dinosaur features, like the tails held aloft, didn't match the common belief that dinosaurs dragged their tails on the ground. However, recent evidence has shown that dinosaurs did hold their tails off the ground, as there are no drag marks on identified dinosaur tracks. The Ica stones, which resemble the ceremonial stones from Nazca lines, were discovered inside tombs by experienced archaeologists. Although attempts to make a quick buck from tourists has seen many replicas that cast a shadow of doubt on the original stones, the dating techniques and microscopic analysis have spoken in favor of their authenticity. With countless evidence from across the globe that clearly shows how our ancestors did have ample knowledge of dinosaurs, is there something of paramount importance that we're missing from the currently accepted version of history?